We want to dedicate this show to all the women. This is long spoken of and should have been done long time ago. Most persons hear me talk about women, and most often it's reference to those of the negative terms like sluts, bitches, whores. And sad to say, they have never heard the positive or emphasized the positive things that I've said about women. I've realized that most of our young girls want to grow up to become sluts, whores, prostitutes, and bitches. That's what the media has advertised to them. They must have tattoos all over their bodies, earring all over their ears, and a tongue ring. Back in the days of the Bible days, the women who wore tongue rings were prostitutes. It was a sign that I'm flirtatious and I'm available to satisfy your every sexual debased desire. A tongue ring says, I am here to be lavished. So our young girls have no good example or role models. Or the role models that they want to emulate are not that of good standards. We don't see in media women who are fully grown, are fully developed, being emphasized as iconic for our young girls to follow. I will say that the norm is not normal for women nowadays, and that sex is not the best tool to use to depict or sell a woman. But oftentimes they find themselves being advertised that way, and so the young girls want to grow up to be the next sexual object. We tend to portray this picture in media, and because it appeals to the base passions of our male, who are some of the highest earning consumers. And if you can entice them into purchasing by using the anatomy and the sexuality or the promiscuous looseness of a woman, then you don't need nothing else. You don't need to appeal to his intellect or his intelligence. So by debasing the woman, you are debasing the man. By dragging down the woman to nothing but a sexual fantasy and frivolity, the man comes down to that standard, think and feels and is appealed to at that standard. The entire standard of social strata is diminished. But is that what women are? Is that what women were created to be? Tonight's Saturday Night Live show is dedicated to our women, not the gal, not the girl, but the woman whose potential it is to be the lady. And we start off something like this. Helen Reddy. I am woman.
I am woman, hear me roar. In numbers too big to ignore. And I know too much to go back and pretend. 'Cause I've heard it all before. And I've been down there on the floor. No one's ever gonna keep me down again. Well, yes, I'm wise, but it's wisdom for the pain. Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I gain. If I have to, I can do anything. I am strong, I am invincible, I am woman.
Dedicating this to all the lovely ladies out there.
Never break me, 'cause it only serves to make me more determined to achieve my final goal. And I come back even stronger, not a novice any longer, 'cause you deepen the conviction in my soul. Oh, yes, I'm wise, but it's wisdom for the pain. Yes, I pay the price, but look how much I gain. If I have to, I can do anything. I am strong, I am invincible, I am woman.
I am woman, Helen Reddy. It's an honor and a great responsibility when a girl can grow up to be a lady or a woman of integrity, of decency, and of dignity. Women were not made to be gals, sluts, whores, bitches, with tattoos all over their private parts, advertising them as sexual objects. Women were actually created last, not as something to be embarrassed about. But if you understand the process of creation, that a woman is the crowning act of creation, and she is placed on top of the creation of a man. She is the beauty of the species. She is the crown, the creme of the creme. And she also, as the crown, wears a crown, which is the Sabbath. Another day we'll get into that. A woman is the epitome of the social strata in any country. Any standard that a woman set will have to be attained to by child, by man, by father, by husband. If she is not grown to be decent, and her standards are that of baseness, then the men won't have anything to attain to. They won't climb the maca tree. They will not swim across the infested alligator pond, nor the oceans plundering with sharks. If a woman becomes a pothole where all a man has to do is step in to attain her, then her standards are indeed low. Women must see themselves at the top of a grease pole, at the top of a maca tree, on the other side of the infested alligator pond, and across the oceans filled with dangerous sharks. A woman must lift herself to such a standard that the man must attain glory to reach her. She must not be at his arm reach. She must not be at his foot reach. She must always be above and beyond his expectation. So when he climbs the cliff and the peaks to reach her, he would have somehow lifted society's social strata along with him up to her peaks, where we can function at a level that is beyond the norm. Women have great responsibilities. It starts in their mind. Do not become what the media wants you to be. You're a sexual object in the eyes of the media. Something to be had. Something to lust after. Something to be craved for, but not needed, but not valued. That's how the media has classified women. A sexual thing to be used to gratify the base desires. I'm asking the women to revalue themselves, for these valuations that you're getting from the media are low, really low. You're queens. I come to respect Queen Vashtar. Vashtar was the queen of Persia, and the king was having a ball and asked Vashtar, his wife, under the influence of alcohol, he asked Vashtar to go dance before his noblemen, to come and show off her physiques and all her delicacy and how beautiful she was. And Vashtar declined and was removed from being queen. I will respect such a lady. Do not become what society wants you to be. Your sexual instrument is divinely inspiredly placed between your legs in a hidden position to show its importance and its value and its delicacy, to be shielded, to be protected. The muscles of the legs connected to the hip bones are one of the strongest muscles. When a woman closes her legs and grip lock it, you have to beat her for those legs to come apart. because it's designed that way to shield what is so valuable between her legs. And if women can revalue their sexuality at a higher price, at the ultimate price, you will have the men climbing up grease poles at high standards to reach you. But when you're skin out and prowl out and cock up, it just out there. Them can eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Start over again. Eeny, meeny, me get mixed up and confused. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Ketchup, puppy, by his toe. If you just come in one more. Eeny, meeny, miny. Women must lift themselves from a standard that man can eeny, meeny, miny, mo them. To a standard where God had placed you as queen, as crown of creation. You are the crowning act of creation. You are the crowning act of creation. As a woman, you are the crowning act of creation. Revalue yourself as a woman. Take off the price tag where society put upon you. Your price tag say cheap. Cheap. Or we want to introduce an artist who needs no introduction of what women are. Shaggy, the strength of a woman. Long time in coming. It's the show.
This one goes to all my women, you know, my strong women.
We need more positive portrayal of women in media and in song. And thanks to artists like Shaggy, we can attain to such acclamation of how glorious women are in music. Taking it from the top, this is Saturday Night Live. I'm your host, Conway Cameron. We're talking about women.
This one goes to all my women, you know, my strong women. So amazing how this world was made. I wonder if God is a woman. The gift of life astounds me to this day. I give it up for the woman. She's the constant wind that fills my sail. Oh, that woman. With a smile and a style, she'll protect you like a child. That's a woman. She'll put a smile upon her face and take you to a higher place. So don't you underestimate strength of a woman.
Shaggy says she'll put a smile upon your face and take you to a higher place. So don't you underestimate the strength of a woman, and I will add the value of a woman. I'm going to ask the men to do one thing for me. To lift your women and put them on a pedestal. Right at this moment, just lift the woman you are with, your wife, your girlfriend, mentally, and put her on a pedestal. And you will see how much better it will make your life. The value at which you value your woman will determine how successful you become. So lift your women right now, men. It's like something has been taken off a shelf and put on the table. Lift her off the table and put her back up on that shelf. That pedestal of honor. Yes? Of pricelessness. Yes? Of value. Of worth. Put her on that pedestal. And I'm going to ask the women to get up off their knees, get up off the floor. And if your man is not lifting you to that pedestal, to mentally, right at this moment, just go up to that pedestal. And say, this is where I belong as a woman. Either please respect me up here, and don't drag me down there to be your subject. I'm your queen. Your kingdom is ruled by me. Your kingdom is ruled by me in accordance to the rules that you have set around the boundary. I am not your helper, your bitch, your slut, your whore, your prostitute. I'm your queen. And if every woman can say that to their man, and the man can respect that, then you have a man. If you say that to your husband or your boyfriend and he is going to disrespect you, then you have a boy. You have a boy in your yard. And that's a problem. Women are taking up boys and expect boys to know their value. A boy don't know the value of a woman. You have to get a man who knows, only a man, a true man, not a male nor a boy, knows the value. Only a man knows the value of a woman. And most times when I'm out there in the streets and I tend to address women at a pedestal level, they are like, what am I going with? Most times when I am relating to them, I am putting them on a pedestal and said, no, it belongs down here, man. It's up here you are supposed to be. You are not my queen, but you are somebody else's queen, or you have the potential to be somebody else's queen. So this is where you should be, up here. And when you try to address them up at that level, they are not used to it. I'm telling you the truth. Women are not used to be addressed as queen. They don't know how to respond, and so the tendency is to climb back down, want to address you, and you're pushing them up and say, no man, that's where you're supposed to be. I'm not saying a woman rules the man. No, don't get me wrong. So it's the value that society has placed that is wrong. So women, take off that value, that price. Revalue yourself. Yes? You stop taking off yourself and revalue yourself. Put yourself on that pedestal, right? Or be with a man, not a male nor a boy, who knows your value, who knows your woman, your worth. there's a song that I can interject at this place. I think there are two songs. One by Maxwell, I think. One's by Maxwell. And one by Alicia Keys. I think I'm gonna play both of them.
Pray God you can call. I stand outside this woman's work, this woman's world. Ooh, it's hard on me. Now it's part, it's over. Now starts the craft of the fire. I know you've got a little life in the day. I know you've got a lot of strength left. I know you've got a lot of life in the day. I know you've got a lot of strength left. Be quiet, but I just can't let it show. Should be up and running, can't stop thinking. For all the things we should have said that we never said. All the things we should have done that we never did. All the things we should have given but didn't. Oh, darling, make it go. Make it
And then this one from Alicia.
I keep on falling in love. Woo! I'll be back. Hey, yo, shorty, what's up? You looking good today. So you gonna give me some top or what?
What you talking about, shorty? What you know about a woman's worth?
Alicia Keys. A Woman's Worth.
You could buy me diamonds, you could buy me pearls, take me on a cruise around the world. Baby, you know I'm worth it. You're gonna lit my candles, run my bubble bed, make love tenderly to last and last. Baby, you know I'm worth it. Wanna please, wanna keep, wanna treat your woman right. Not just over to show that you know she's worth your time. You will lose if you choose to refuse to put her first. She will and she can for the man who knows her worth. Cause a real man knows a real woman when he sees her. And a real woman knows the real man and prays to please her. And a real woman knows the real man always comes first. And a real man just can't deny a woman's worth.
So women, revalue yourself, because society has certainly done a disgraceful job at pricing you. The price that society has placed on you as a woman is below slave level. tattooing you up, piercing you up, putting you in all kind of fandangles and half naked and nakedness. That's like having a meal. You run and eat it, and you go to the bathroom, you pass it out. You're not that kind of thing. Why you make society value you at that standard? Revalue yourself. It's nothing to be ashamed of saying, okay, the past is the past. I'm now going to revalue myself and take myself out of those preconceived idea that society has placed on you. Here's another one as we close the show. I just want to say that the notions of sluts, whores and bitches are propagated, continued by women who have inferiority complex and don't know how to value themselves. They feel that they must entice a man, try to get a man. No. That's not how it was created to be. They feel that the man's intelligence and intellect must not also be stimulated. They want to gratify his baser passions, and his mind is unstimulated by her mental sexuality because she possesses no mental sexualness. All she cares about is how her body looks and the fandangles she can hang on her body to entice him physically. But his intellect is not stimulated. His desire to rise to higher passion is not stimulated because she is so debased. And that's what the media portray her to be. A ass-popping bitch. Walking around with impy skimpies on. And that does not in no way appeal to the intellect of a man or to his intelligence. Change that now. Change that. Stop advertising yourself to men. Let the men be the ones to advertise themselves to you, and you choose and pick and refuse who you want. Stop going out there and showing yourself to men and say, you know, see me act. You're just becoming something cheap. Stop advertising yourself, women. You're in the workplace. Put on decent clothes. You're not a prostitute. Put on something decent. You understand me? Let the men in the office think about you intellectually. Your performance and not your sexuality. Your level of intelligence and not your body parts. Dress decently, man. Upgrade yourself to a standard in which men are actually looking in your direction instead of trying to look under your skirt. They're actually looking you in the eyes from head to toe instead of trying to look in your bosom and under your skirt. Advertise your intellect and your intelligence as you're adorning. Put on your intellect, put on your intelligence as you're adorning. So that when a man sees you, he sees that. And not your boobs and your booty, your body parts. So he can be attracted to your mind, to your spirit, to your energy, to your aura. Only sluts advertise their bodies because they have nothing in them head. They have nothing else going on. Nothing else not going on for them. And they find themselves advertising, you know see me, and every day they come out, you know see me, and every day them coming out in PS and skimpies of things, popping their asses, whining and dying and saying, you know see me, and it's not every man is stimulated by slutry. If you lack the intelligence and the intellect, most of the high paid men don't see you and only hire service to wipe their passion. And when their passions are wiped, they discard you. Because their minds now need to be satisfied. Come on, man. In closing, employing all the males.
If they gleam in the sun, probably spitting that spit on my truck, then I could remember. And if it came in a sack, no stems, no seeds in the bag, then I could remember. And if it dripped from my wrist and it looked like it shone like blue, then I could remember. But oh yeah, I forgot to be a lover. If it wasn't for the 9 to 5 double up overtime, then I could remember. If it wasn't for the Sunday All-Star Weekend game, girl, I could remember. And if it wasn't for the dough, the Jesus show, girl, you know that I could remember. But silly me, oh, tell me how could I ever forget to be your lover? Realize that you need love too. Spend my life thinking of you. Oh, I forgot to be a lover. When she starts bringing up older and the fights keep getting worse, oh, I remember in her purse that a book had one month first. Yeah. And you know she ain't wearing her ring. Oh no. And she starts playing little games, coming and live from her. You better put that woman first.
Put that woman first. But in order for the man to put that woman first, the woman must put herself first. You understand me? Put the woman first. Put yourself first, women. Climb back to the pinnacles at which you were made. So the man have to climb up to come and get you. The male dogs leave their homes to find their mate. And if you lock your male dog in once he's not on a chain or a leash, he'll find a way out to go mate. I've never seen a female dog breaking into a male dog's dwelling to mate. The male is always breaking out. I'm simply saying that as a woman, it's your responsibility to value yourself. Not society. Yours. It might sound away, but it's actually your responsibility as a woman to value yourself. The notion that it can't be done is coming from depths of deprivation, degradation, and should be shoved out the window. And for all the ladies who and the girls who don't understand, need to educate themselves not by formal education, but through information. How to become a woman. That is more important than popping it and dropping it. Having a conversation with a woman to see her point of view and her intelligence, to test her intellect, is more stimulating than riding her. Because a woman has a universal brain with infinite possibilities that needs to be developed. That when you sit to have a conversation with her, you learn, and she carry you through the universe of knowledge. Revalue yourself, women. Go back to that pedestal. Take out the knobs out of your tongue. As I told you before, it's a sign that I am available. I'm sexually here for you to lavish me. I'm a prostitute. I'm a slut. I'm a bitch. Come on, ride me. I'm a whore. Come on, skin me out. Come on, cock me up. You need to take off those signs off you. Put signs of nobility, of decency and of integrity and your chastity and all of these wonderful things. Modesty, yes. Put these things on you. And you don't have to advertise yourself. No. You don't need to advertise yourself when you have these things on. A man can stay a million miles and see them. I'm your host, Conway Cameron, and that was my little encouragement, empowerment to women. I'm always moving my hands up because the level at which you must go must be to attain true respect. Because when the men flirt with you and sleep with you, they turn around and try and find somebody decent to marry to. Upgrade your value, ladies. Become what you were created to be. Until the next time, take good care of yourself. And we go out with a wonderful one. By not necessarily talking about women, but its appropriation states that she's iconic here in Jamaica, and the level of respect she deserves for her music is well recognized here on Saturday Night Live. Chin, one of Jamaica's beautiful and fair side, one of Jamaica's most well-recognized singer.
And I can't take away all of this, but I could. But the lips of your broken heart.
Saturday Night Live, and this is how we do it. Until next time, take care of yourself. And women, remember, revalue yourself at a higher standard. Selassie Jah Rastafari.